Hey everyone, do not adjust your screens. This week is a little special. This is a channel that typically features a 1/18 scale, but this is a big boy. This is a 1/8 scale diecast. This is a Citroen 2CV or 2CV if you want to sound like a proper Frenchman. This is huge. This is by Premium Classixxs. Oh yeah, and it is heavy. And it's proper assembled diecast. And you have all the details you could possibly want in something this scale. Look at the little simulated bolt hardware on the bumper. You've got, it's hard to make out, but a proper mesh grill insert. You've got separate lug nuts. You have separate air stems. This is by Premium Classixxs, and it is pretty neat. Look at the underhood detail is quite impressive. Literally every hose and line and wire is represented. There's small text on this probably ignition coil, I would guess this is. This was not exactly a powerful car. This was a drip over 600 cc's at this point. This is an early 80s model. Still had like sub 30 horsepower. Not exactly a rocket. You have a scale hood prop, which is neat. You have underhood liner represented. Really neat. The engine detail is just superior. The details on the battery, the marked terminals, really neat. The interiors on these were pretty basic. You do have these kind of opening vent windows. Easier said than done, if I could get it open. So you've got these opening vent windows, which is pretty neat. Inside, the best part, you can't really tell, but the seats have actual padding, and the fabric is really realistic. You've got fabric seat belts. If you can make it out, you even have a little key dangling from the steering column. You've got proper rubber floors in there. You would not have carpeting. This was a very basic car, but the interior detailing is quite good. Just a little hard to handle. The neat thing again, you have a fabric canvas top. This is more like a simulated vinyl, and that of course pops open as well. Wipers don't move. The sun visors move, which is pretty neat. So how did I wind up with this? A few times now I've bid on this 3-part auction in Massachusetts. This crazy collector who just probably had a $500,000 collection. I've won a few of his cars, and this was the one I wanted the most from the last grouping. Retail is absurd. Retail is like $1,200 to $1,500. I do not think it's worth it. Again, this is a early 80s car. You can tell by the tail lights, and it's called the 2CV-6 Special. The rear actually has a working handle. It will not open if you pull direct. You have to twist the handle and then open the trunk, where you can see the spare tire. There's another prop rod right there. Really neat. So I actually won this. Someone definitely wanted it just as bad as I did, but not quite as much. I won it for $190. At that price, I'm definitely not mad at it. There was $40 or so in auction fees, so $238 was the actual price, really. I had to have it boxed up and shipped from UPS, which was another $70 or so. So I'm all in with shipping about $300, which again, I think is worth it for a 1/8 scale fully assembled car. The brand is officially Premium Classixxs. Not my favorite brand, but Premium Classixxs, and it's like co-branded with IXO. The packaging, if I can get it on screen, because again, everything's huge. Just a split box, seam down the middle. Open it up. They give you an extra mirror, which I do appreciate. That's kind of something that BOS typically does, but an extra mirror just in case. It's a big styro insert with paper. Pretty nice overall. I mean, when you're spending $1,200, you want something special, right? So I hope you bear with me for this indulgence. I know this isn't 1/8 scale, but it's kind of one of the neater pieces now in my collection. The only other 1/8 scale car I have is a Porsche, which I had to assemble, a Lamborghini Aventador. So this is the only fully assembled 1/8 scale car I have. They really don't make many unless you get something like an amalgam, which is, a $10,000 diecast. So I don't spend $10,000 on a single car. So this is it for me for big scale assembled diecast. So that's it for this week. I'm still going through American Excellence cars. I keep finding winners. So we'll do a couple of those next week. Everyone have a good one. Please like and subscribe.